your family killed?
Seems to be a lot of problem with, I guess, Pulte builders with people. I didn't think I would have a problem, but being in a house that you work hard for and spend all your money for, and you have problems within 3 or 4 months of being there, and they don't do anything to fix it, and that's to me that's a problem, and especially mold. I've lived places, I've been around places, I've been in houses for 10, 15, 20 years and never had mold. And you mean to tell me that I have mold in a new house and you guys don't want to do anything, and the repairs that they say they fix are going to fix, they don't fix. So I've never been to that. It's crazy. And they make you out to be the bad guy. And you're not. You're just trying to get things done. Like, who wants to be spending money for something that's supposed to be new and everything you got in it is used? That makes no sense. So that's one problem I have. And they don't honor their repairs. They make excuses. Like they did a wall after the mold and leak. It has you can see the line where they did it, and the guy says, "Oh, I'm gonna come fix it," but he didn't fix it. He wrote a note to his boss and said that, "Oh, the problem is taken care of," and he knows the problem is not taken care of. There's cracks in new foundations of a house, and they tell me, "Oh, it has to be bigger than a nickel on a certain size," and I'm like, "Wow." I go to houses that's been up for 15, 20 years and they don't have cracks, and he tells me, "Well, that's to be expected for a new house," and I'm like, "Okay, all this stuff is not to be expected. How do you move into a used house and don't have these problems, but you have them from a new house?" And this is the problem everybody's having with Pluti. I noticed mold on my ceiling. I called them. Um, they came out 2 or 3 days later. They realized and recognized it was mold, and the manager came. I don't know if I can say his name or not, but a manager came out and he treated me very biased. Instead, he got an attitude with me. He said that I had, now I talked to this man before, never had a problem. We laugh and joke, talk about the house. Everybody gonna be excited about a house. And he came in, I was talking about the house. He said, "Oh, it seems like you're upset." I said, "No, I'm not." I said, "But the average person would be upset about their house, a brand new house with mold in it. How is that possible?" So instead of him talking to me, he starts backing up. He leave out the house, and I said, "Well, what's wrong? I did something wrong." "Oh, well, we're trained though. If somebody has," and he didn't tell me that day. He told me the next day. So I tracked him down the next day, and I said, "Well, what happened yesterday? Why did you put your shoes on and leave?" "Well, we're trained if somebody has an attitude or if somebody's upset about their house, we just leave." I said, "But you don't say anything." "That's why we train." I said, "But I joke around with you all the time, and I've never had any problem with you. But since I bring up mold, then it's a problem. You want to leave." "Yeah, because you can't tell me." He trying to tell me that mold was created in 2 days of rain. I said, "Sir, I have a license and special in this, and I can't do it because I have bad asthma." And I told them because before I first came in here, there was a real major water leak. And I kept telling them it wasn't until that the water came down off of the ceiling that they fixed it, and they told me that it was when they tell me a fire sprinkler leak. And I told them, "Hey, I have real bad asthma, COPD. I can't afford to have mold in my house." "Oh, no, no, sir, we took care of it." That was in the living room. This other mold and water spot was created in the entrance in the front part of the house was a whole different area. They sent somebody over here. They wouldn't give me the receipt to tell me about being fixed. I still don't know what's fixed. When I asked them, the people that came out here, they told me they couldn't find a leak. Why? Because they go into the ceiling and they just spray the foam everywhere. They can't get in there. They can't find a leak. So I have to live with it. The only thing they did was cut a hole in my wall, and then they made me wait 4 days. You cannot cut mold and leave it open. They didn't try to move me nowhere, ask me if I need to go nowhere. And then you cut out a small area instead of invading the whole area and the whole big house. And you have me living in this while I have these medical issues, which they seem to don't care about. Instead, their thing is, let me say that I took care of the problem and push you to the side because we're not going to do anything to you or for you, not to you, but for you. And it's ridiculous how they treat people. And their tactics are bullying tactics because they probably have been doing what they've been doing so long that they know how to get away with it. And it's a shame. It's a shame. It's really a shame. And I'm sure I'm not the only person who's dealing with problems. How do you have mold on something that's not even 5 months old? It takes time for mold to grow. So that means that mold has to be sitting there for a while. Instead of you taking care of a customer who put his dream and his whole life into thinking he's have somewhere to live and have a house, instead you're making him sick. I've been sick ever since I've been here, and I never knew why. I have breathing machines. They don't care. They're to me, and I'll say it, they're a very biased company. They very are, and I hate to say it. I hate to seem like the poor little person because I'm not. But honestly, yeah, it's ridiculous. Well, they already told me that they're not fixing nothing. They might come and help me fix my back door, but the water spigot on the outside, they're not messing with that. They tell me that my first they tell me they're gonna fix the inside of the roof part, and then they tell me that it's finally not gonna do it. I need them to fix my floor. This floor, these houses come with carpet. I paid for this floor. Your workers who are illegal, and that's the problem. They have illegal workers working who don't speak English, and when the contractors tell them to fix something, they pretend like they don't know what they're talking about because why they don't speak English. I don't have anything with that. I have a lot of people in my family that don't speak English. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't care. They can come after me. It's fine. But that's what they're doing. And it's unfair how you're doing people. It's un-American. And once you get in here, they know people are desperate. They're desperate for a place to live right now. It's hard. It's hard to find a place. It's hard to get a place. It's hard to even be in a place. So they can play these games with people. But I would have been satisfied. I wouldn't have said anything but mold and mildew. And now I'm getting sick. And they act like it's my problem that I created it. I didn't build the roof. I didn't create the mold, and I didn't have a water leak.